I would always tell people, every gang sign that you see, pray for that gang and get to know who that gang is. Like, these are, very embedded in this neighborhood. And so the main one that we've been praying for that really runs this park is Blythe Street. So it's been 4.5 years we've been praying for this gang. And then we just baptized someone from there, and now we're in that neighborhood, and God's opening doors and giving us favor. And we've been hiring some of the OGs for events we do. They have a taqueria, they have ice cream truck. It's like a traveling party. It's crazy. But anyway, this park, this is where we started. Hi, I'm Pastor Kurt, and I'm the pastor of People's Church Los Angeles, and we're a mobile church. So our vision from the beginning was to be a church that would be accessible, empowering, and reproducible. So we go into motels, shelters, apartment buildings, and we bring the church to where people are, but don't have access to a church. So there's hundreds of thousands of people in our city who really just don't even have, any way to get to a church. They don't have a church community. And so our mission as a church is to create access for all people to Jesus and His kingdom. So in 2023, we got a MANA grant, and we used that to multiply into a few more locations where we meet. We were able to empower more of our leaders. And then this year, for 2025, we got the grant so that we could send those same people into Bible college. So we use Toomey, and we also use some different discipleship resources. Some of it has to be orally learned because some of the people that are leaders in our church, they don't really read very well. They never finished high school, or because English is not their first language, and so we have to get them materials in other languages and that they can listen to instead of reading in a book. But that's just part of who we are as a church, to create more access for all people to be raised up into ministry. And then the other part is we're using part of the grant to buy food that we cook meals at the motels, on the street. Every week we're cooking meals. And it's something that started with the people coming from the shelters. Once they got an apartment, they were super excited to cook for other people because they couldn't cook for their own family when they were in the motel, and they realized the value of that. So we're just using those funds to empower them to buy some things at the store that they can't get from, like, a food pantry or whatever. Of course they could get bread or basic staple type stuff, but we wanted them to be able to buy meat to grill, or make some of the soups that they make. And so that's what we're using the grant for this time. A very beautiful story that's been developing over the last few years is one of our leaders she was baptized a year ago. She's been able to get some of her kids back from the system. One of them specifically that lives with her now, but she got reunited with several other of her children who she wasn't able to see for many years. And this is a result of the gospel at work in her life. She's transformed. She used to be an addict on the streets, living on the streets. Her daughter, who was living on the streets with her, is now part of our church too. But that family reunification is a beautiful picture of the gospel. So I just want to give a thank you to MANA SoCal. We've been blessed by them for at least 3 or 4 years now. The retreats, the grants, everything they do. I think we've gone through pretty much every cohort except for maybe the multiplication of the business one that they offer. It's been tremendously helpful to us. And so whether you're a donor, whether you're participating, I thank you for being a part of this. I thank you for allowing churches like us, small churches, church plants, to become sustainable, to become healthy. And that's what MANA has helped us to do.